morning, Kristen Hoover, Senior Executive with Usborne Books & More, and I just want to take a moment and share with you a little bit about recruiting. And I wanted to talk to you briefly about the idea of mindset. Now, I happen to be blue-green tied, and the blue in me gets a little bit hesitant when it comes to sharing this with other people. It goes something like this. I will perhaps send out a message to a group of friends, and 4 or 5 of them will not respond at all. And because they haven't responded, I will tend to think in my mind that they have seen this, and for whatever reason they are not interested. And so because of that, I have this tendency to kind of back off and not want to actually share it with them again, because I don't want to come across as pushy. And what I'm doing by doing this is oftentimes kind of reading my preconceived ideas into their circumstance. And I don't really know why it is that they haven't responded. Perhaps they were busy. Perhaps they've forgotten. Perhaps when they originally saw the message, they didn't have time to actually deal with it right then. And so it's just so important that I actually don't do that. I don't prejudge, and I don't worry about coming across as pushy. Now, something that's really helped me is to think about this like something that I find super duper delectable. It could be cookies, it could be amazing peaches and black raspberries off our black raspberry bush back there. And you know, I could take these and I could share them with you, and I could talk about, they smell so amazing, and the peaches are so juicy and sweet, and the raspberries are just perfect in their sweetness, and they've got that nice little tang. And I could focus in on all those amazing qualities, but then I could also hoard them all for me and not be willing to actually share them with you. Now, the blue in me is worried when it comes to recruiting about this being perceived as pushy, but let's be honest. If I was to eat these all in front of you and not share any, that would actually be considered the more selfish behavior. And I would never think of doing that when it comes to food. But when it comes to actually sharing the business, I'm oftentimes, kind of hesitant because I worry. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mindset in this, and just share with you 3 things that have been really helpful for me. The first one is that this whole idea of it's not about you. When we're sharing this business, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about the other person. Okay, we're focusing on them and their needs, and we are just sharing the opportunity. We are sharing information. We are allowing them the freedom to make the choice. We don't want to take that choice from them by not giving them the opportunity to learn about it. And we could do this in many different ways. We might do this if we were to choose not to share with them because we think that for whatever reason this doesn't work for them, and that would take their opportunity to choose away from them. However, they may still learn about the business, and they may choose to go with somebody else because somebody else will offer it to them. Another way that this is super, has made an impact in me is, just thinking about taking the time to actually think about the value of what it is that we're offering. So if I was to take and to actually spend some time thinking about what are the things that I absolutely love about this business, what are the things that that really appeal to me or might really appeal to somebody else, thinking about the quality of what it is that we're offering. And by doing this, I help to change the focus away from myself onto, what a great opportunity it is that we're offering. And when I'm focusing on that, then I'm less worried about what they're thinking about me. It's something that has helped me. So taking time to actually think about, what is the value? What are the things that are truly exceptional? I mean, can you imagine if this was something that, someone was to walk into their business and say, their job and say, look, I want to sell the product. I want to do it on my own time, my flexible schedule, do it only when I feel like doing it. I want to make 25% off of what I sell, and I want to get sales bonuses if I hit certain sales quotas. And, your employer would probably laugh at you. But this business offers those things. It offers that flexibility. It offers the no cap as to what it is that you could earn. It gives you the opportunity to tap into so many different portions of our needs, whether it's for acknowledgement or for ability to grow, freedom, choice, just all of these different things that are fabulous. But then you can also just step for a moment back and think about the literacy crisis, and what a huge need there is to tackle this. One of the key components to how much education a child's going to get is based upon the number of books that are in their home. It has as much or maybe more impact on them than the level of education that their parents have, and that's huge. So these things are the things that I would focus on, and by really getting those crystal clear in my mind, that allows me, when I'm sharing with somebody else, to not be focusing in on me, but to be focusing in on them and what it could possibly offer them. And the other thing, I have to take notes, is just this whole idea of not prejudging, not deciding for somebody else. I wouldn't wander around eating my fruit here, or a plate of cookies or whatever. I wouldn't do that in front of somebody else and do that. What I would do is I would actually say, hey, would you like one? And I wouldn't say, oh, well, that person wouldn't want one. I mean, they don't like fruit. I would let them make that decision. And it's the same sort of thing when it comes to the business. We don't want to judge for somebody else whether or not they're going to be interested. Instead, we just want to offer them the opportunity to make that decision for themselves. So don't prejudge. All right, thank you so much. Hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless.